Hello, entrepreneurs. Hello. You all look good despite the stress of the last few weeks. You have been through mentoring sessions, you have met your investors and have been given challenges by them. And now you're down to the last few days before the final pitch. So by this time, you should be ready, but ironically, I know that most of you are not. So to help you, we brought in today a number of really good mentors that will help you with your sprint to the final pitch. So are you ready?
Yes.
Let's go. My name is John Aguilar, and I'm an entrepreneur television producer based in Manila.
I've gathered 4 illustrious investors looking to fund and support the next great Filipino company. William Tiu Lim, founder of Mega Global Corporation, makers of the #1 sardines in the country, Mega Sardines. Congressman Mikey Romero, billionaire sportsman, port operator and co-founding owner of Philippines Air Asia. Michael Dargani, President and CEO of Ice Cream Inc., Philippine licensee of the well-loved global ice cream brand Baskin-Robbins. And Mark Vernon, British angel investor and founder of the blockchain-based digital currency payment platform, TagCash. Our goal is to find the best up-and-coming entrepreneurs and help take their businesses to the next level. In the end, they face the investors in the pitch of their lives. Many will try, but only a few will make it to the final pitch.
So entrepreneurs, your first mentor for today is from a capital advisory firm based in the Netherlands. They are here in the Philippines doing mostly advisory work, and today they will be your personal advisors for your final pitch. In the next hour, they will be refining and hopefully maybe even redefining some important aspects of your businesses. Please help me welcome the managing partner of Rocket Equities, Akarsh Daya.
Thank you, everyone. And today we are going to understand what sort of strategy which you should be using while making your deck. What is strategy? How do I actually help you? And how an investor actually looks at you. So strategy, according to us, in our experience and in what we have done so far is focus. Right? We have seen so many companies failing just as soon as they lose the focus. When we are talking about strategy, we are actually trying to help you carve out how do you create your own focus. And as an investor as well, what is the focus of this particular company, right? When we do a strategic analysis, we think, what are the external factors? When I'm saying external factors, was YouTube the first company which was putting the online videos? No, it was not. Actually, that was the time when the bandwidth of the internet increased significantly. Some ideas were a little earlier, some ideas were a little late. So that's why external environment is significantly important. Then we move it into the internal analysis. What is driving the profit situation of this particular idea? How much this idea is really making sense? What we learn from outside, what we learn from inside, how do we synthesize this thing? After the analysis, whatever is your plan which you come out with, it gives you options. What are your options and how do you judge those options? That comes in evaluation. And then finally is the execution. How are you going to execute it? Before doing all these analysis, you have to ask this most important question. When you're taking this pitch deck which you have and which you have created, whom are you giving this to? Every pitch which you're making cannot be the same pitch. You cannot go to the same presentation every single way and say, oh, we are this, blah, blah. Are you looking at a strategic investor or you're looking at a financial investor? So financial investor is your venture capitals, angel investors, your private equity investors, and the strategic investors are the investors whom you're going to add value. Strategic alignments between your company and his or her company. Strategic investor is always going to give you a higher valuation. A financial investor is going to give you a lower valuation. For strategic investors, you need to fight a little bit harder. Financial investors are comparatively easy to get. So when you make a deck specifically for a strategic investor, there has to be slides that I'm going to add value in your company in this way. So when you're creating a deck, you need to understand the whole value chain, end to end, and who is making how much profit, where is the money. Now we come on the idea level. What exactly I'm looking forward in that idea itself. This is a framework when you are already in the competition. And once you are in competition, you're thinking, okay, am I differentiating myself, how your company is creating the value. So this can be a part of your deck because I understand my customers better than everyone else. I'm creating a value. This is the framework for you if you are the first mover. It's called VRIO, and the name is valuable, rare, difficult to imitate, and can an organization be formed around it? VRIO is literally one of the best framework when it comes for the first movers. All right, for this part, we are going to deliver one-on-one feedbacks. I would like to introduce Carl, Senior Associate of Rocket Equities, and Levy, Analyst of Rocket Equities, to take over.
So, hi everyone. Congratulations to you all on making it to the final pitch. Can we start our feedbacks?
On Society 8. Okay, my first question for Society 8 is what value are you bringing to online businesses? They're already in the online business and they're going into retail.
So what we basically do is we make it affordable for micro-entrepreneurs and small business owners to take part in group branding effort.
So I think my concern then is focus, because in your deck there's also e-commerce and the retail part. You have limited resources at this moment, so saan ba yung malaking margins mo? At the same time, ano yung core competencies mo?
Next would be Yellow Dot.
What we want to really understand, how do we value the company and give them the best value for their money?
Are you raising capital for the jeepneys or for the company?
Well, for the jeepneys, yes.
So it's not equity on the company that you're...
Well, the investors want equity in the company.
We're now talking about two different things here.
Yes, two
an
different
investment
things.
in the jeepney
Yes.
and investment in the company.
Because they want a different thing and we want to offer a different setup.
Valuation is very, very dependent on the growth
Yes.
rates. So that's why important is strategy. The investors are really buying into the future of your company, not on the current one. So that's why future growth rates will matter.
Okay, so thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for listening to the lecture. Good luck. Good luck on your final pitch. Thank you.
Up next,
We are all born creative, but along the way, nawawala ang creativity natin. Now, we will go back and make you guys to be creative again.
I'm just kind of here to prepare you for the 5-minute pitch.
Hello, entrepreneurs. I know you are very much aware that this is the final sprint. It's a sprint to the finish. You only have a few days to go. And now we will make you undergo something that is fitting for this moment. We will make you do a design sprint. So this activity is a derivative of the design thinking movement that is slowly growing traction worldwide as a great way for companies to come up with innovative solutions for challenges and innovation projects. Our next mentor is the Chief Creative Officer of Design Brewery. Please help me welcome Rock Leo.
Thank you so much. All right, good afternoon. You may go inside now. Thank you. So, any of you here familiar with design thinking? Why is it design thinking? Because this is how designers think. We are all born creative. But along the way, nawawala ang creativity natin. Nagiging structured tayo. Because there are so many creative thinkers, it is so hard for us to innovate. Now, we will go back and make you guys to be creative again. In design thinking, there are 5 phases, which is empathy, define, ideate, prototype, and then test. Or rather, call it the final pitch. Here's the challenge. We are mall-cultured country. The percentage of online buying sa atin as hindi pa rin ganun, or bakit kaya hindi sila bumibili online. So we need to think of something to switch people to buy online. Each of you need to interview 3 persons. Pwede kayong lumabas or smartphone call. Create your point of view based on yung user insight. Brainstorm and come up with many creative solutions as much as possible. From there, we need to funnel it. Isang idea lang ang kailangan natin gawin or isang solution lang. Mimix na natin yung prototyping and then test into 60 minutes. Hindi siya matapos dyan. We will evaluate it. I encourage you to go outside, interview random people. You can call someone. Please come back after 30 minutes.
The main struggle really was to finding respondents within that span of time. The most convenient is to reach through social media.
Composition niyan is pwedeng maarte lang sila na perception-based yung quality issue.
Do you guys shop online? Comment now, yes or no?
Gano'n na po kayo katagal nagbibili sa online? Mga isang taon? Isang taon. I actually went out, talked to the people, the Carinderia. They were very responsive.
Pero yung delivery naman, on time naman ba lagi yung delivery sa inyo?
Yung last order ko medyo na late kasi sa international pa kinuha.
So the objective here is to collect the idea. You have to collect them. It's unnecessary. Don't include it in the prototyping. 3, 2, 1. Okay, time's up. So we will call on the first group to do the final pitch here.
Hello there, my name is Jasmine and we are Group 1. So we have the Sigurista Fashionista shopping problem. She is a female who is a millennial, a digital native who likes easy, no hassle, one-click shopping. The problem is, how can our Sigurista shopper browse online and check it offline? The solution is Flexi Shop.
Imagine there's an app where you can just go and browse for your favorite jeans. So since she wants to fit it offline to avoid sizing problems, by reserving, she can now choose which branch of the brand to pick up, to fit and pick up the item. The full online to offline experience.
We will proceed to Team 2. Team 2?
Introducing Camille Prats. She loves shopping. And, in fact, she recently just purchased her major shopping item, a Post-it. But she has one teeny tiny bit problem. She's been scammed. If there was only a way that Camille Prats had vetted the item she purchased. Shopolice! Shopolice is a unified platform where you can actually vet the legitimacy of the items you're purchasing online. Go to the Shopolice website, input the URL or the link of the item you're trying to purchase, and you can actually see aggregated reviews from different sources. And this is vetted by our internal vetting team.
We're so excited for this last part. Team 3, let's all welcome them.
We met the lazy male shopper named Juan, who feels that shopping is just for women and he wants to look for a gadget. However, he needs to answer some technical questions about the product. So he needs a customer support to answer all his queries. He saw onebot.com.
So onebot.com is a mashup of a website that is e-commerce and chatbot focused on customer experience and satisfaction all in one. He gets automated customer service in 1 second or less.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, can I just ask from you guys who participated on what is your take about this design thinking?
It gives you the whole journey in just a very small amount of time that normally takes years for a company to actually learn. So that's why I love the method.
If we came up with something in 3 hours, and if we do this probably every week, then we'll probably solve a lot of problems as well.
Exactly. Good job.
Thank
you for your sharing.
So entrepreneurs, it's been an exhausting, tiring day, but we have one more mentor. He is our first mentor on the show, and he is now your last. The president of Thames International Business School, Joel Santos.
Hi guys, how are you all feeling? Great! Let's change our environment a bit. You've been in the classroom inside Thames for a few of the sessions, so let's do it outside. Follow me. Okay guys, so this is your last mentoring session before you finally go out and face your investors. And I hope all the other mentors prepared you well. I'm just kind of here to prepare you for the 5-minute pitch, which can make or break your investor presentation. Because most investors have many options and they don't really have the time in the world. So now I would like to share with you our 5 steps to 5 minutes of pitching. First step, Identify and focus on the key areas of information. It all starts with the opportunity. And then what's your solution? What's your offering? And how big the customers are. And then what's your business model? What's your revenue? Is there customers? Step 2, what are you asking for? You have to be very specific. Step 3, everybody likes a story. A story grabs a person. Ano ba yung message ng story mo? And you have to give examples. In this story, in your business, this is what it can be. Step 4, you have to go there with a call to action. What is a call to action? This is what will close the deal. In your call to action, you're showing why your business is valuable, why it's interesting. And when you present, attract, excite, engage. When you do all of these things, then money will start coming in. When you've put together everything, the first 4 steps, it's now to make your pitch deck and your pitch script. The deck is the visual version of your script. Your pitch script is everything you want to say. So in the end, practice makes perfect. Now, to end this mentoring session, we're gonna have a pitching practice. I want the rest of you to become the investor. Kayo naman. So guys, this is your first practice pitch. We have Style Genie. Abby's gonna present. Ready?
Ready.
Okay, your time starts now.
Good evening, investors. I'm Abby Victorino, the founder and CEO of Style Genie, and today we're seeking 10 million pesos in strategic partnerships in exchange of 15% equity. There's a study that says that we spend an average 107 hours per year just deciding what to wear. That's why we came up with a solution to help these local fashion brands that we have been helping sell excess inventory that would otherwise be sleeping in their warehouse. You not only save shopping time, money, and effort, but you also discover your true personal style while helping fashion brands. So with 3 times growth year on year, we actually have reached 300% GMV growth just last quarter. So investors, are you ready to grant more style wishes? Thank you and Shazams!
Okay. Investors, floor is yours.
I would like to know where you get the valuation of 100 million pesos.
So we've been operating for 2.5 years. So the projection or the valuation is based on sales forecast projection with discounted free cash flow. That's right.
6 million now, right? Because when you talk about revenue to date. 350 divided by 6 million. That's 58 times. So that means you're gonna go 58 times in 3 years. With the money that you're asking for, will it reach 350 million?
Yes, we believe so. So we've done sales forecast.
Most likely they'll stop you there and just say, I need you to prove that. Because those are all assumptions. When you show us a big number, any investor gets very worried. Usually when you do a presentation, you get a low and a high. You can say, with this effort, possibly this is my low and this is my high. But pretty good generally. Work on the time. Okay, let's give her.
Thank you. Got my best. Thanks.
So if you do this role playing among yourselves, you are really going to improve on both sides. By having the investor mind, then you can anticipate what to present. So practice. You're all on the same side. You're all trying to raise money for your projects. So helping each other is good. Because for every successful project that is funded, the investors get more excited to fund other projects. So think that way, that the more you help each other, then more funding becomes available. So on behalf of Thames International Business School, it's really a pleasure and actually an honor to work with you guys. And we'll see each other soon.
Up next. Now that we're done with substance, it's time to finish things off with style. It's time to revive Manila swagger.
The entrepreneurs should be dressed appropriately in front of your investors. The length of your skirt, I don't think they're business appropriate.
Now that we're done with substance, it's time to finish things off with style. It's time to revive Manila swagger. Hello, entrepreneurs.
Hi, John.
Welcome to Felipe & Sons, the Philippines' first barber dashery. There's a barber shop upstairs, and over here we have the haberdashery. So we've worked on your pitches, we've worked on your businesses. Now it's time to work on your style. Please help me welcome the co-founder and COO of Felipe & Sons, Martin Warren.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi everyone, thanks for coming to Felipe & Sons. We're the first barberdashery here in the Philippines. We're also proudly a homegrown Filipino brand. Our mission was to revive Manila swagger. In the 1950s, the Philippines was considered the fashion hub of Asia. If you look back, you'll see that they're always dressed up. We wanted to bring that culture back. We also wanted to bring back the culture of the barbershop. Barbershop traditionally before was really a place where fathers and sons could bond. We're really about family here in Felipe & Sons as well. Before your final pitch, it's apt that you're here so we can kind of help you out with your style. So without further ado, I'd like to call on our style director, Brad Villalon, who will personally help each and every one of you with your style. Brad, take it away.
Just wanted to discuss a few things with our attire. Professionally and corporate, the entrepreneurs should be dressed appropriately in front of your investors. The basics for the suiting should be normally with darker suits. The best way I think for you guys is to dress appropriately in the navy blues. You really want your investors to notice you and your personality. You don't want them to be distracted by what you're wearing. So I think it's more important for you to look neutral, but you could still dress it up and be professional by drawing attention towards your face and your upper body so they'll be listening more. And they shouldn't be distracted by certain shoes or patterned prints of pants. So I'd like to call up anybody here that would like some styling advice or tips. Yeah, hi. Hi. So I like what you're wearing. It's very original. With the trimmings, I would still maybe tone it down a bit because the people interviewing you might be a little bit more distracted by the trims.
What about we wanted some level of representation? Like for example, from this cohort, I'm like the only person from Mindanao.
Maybe the pocket square could be part of the woven fabric or material, just so that it's not like super, yeah. I mean, it looks, the jacket's great and everything, but I don't think it might be business appropriate. Maybe the tie can also be made from traditional fabrics from Mindanao.
Thanks, Brad.
Thank you. Jasmine? Hi, Jasmine. Hi. Nice to meet you. So the skirt and everything would be fine, but I don't think it's business appropriate or professional. With the fishnet sleeves, just so they're not too distracted. The length of your skirt should be a little bit slightly more conservative and maybe towards the knees, because if you have to sit down, they might be distracted by the rest of the bottom. Yes, correct. Also for your pitches, I believe that your shoes should be a little less punk and rock and roll. So maybe I think Abby might have something to add to this as well.
Actually, another rule is that if you're showing more on the top, then the bottom should be more conservative. And the shoes are an outgoing kind of shoes. Maybe level it down, tone it down with a watch. Yeah, gotcha. That's it.
All right, thank you, Jasmine. Thank you. I hope that everybody learned something or got something from this today. Good luck to you guys. For the women, you guys are great, polished. I think for the men, though, on the other hand, need a little bit of help. So I'd like to invite you guys upstairs to get haircuts, manscapes for your beards. Thank you. Thank you.
How are the haircuts, guys? Very good. Looking sharp already. So guys, I'd like to share a little story that happened last season. I actually had the privilege of interviewing Mr. Tony Fernandez, the founder of AirAsia. Before we started the interview, he said, "Nice shoes. I really like your shoes." I took it as a great compliment because, these are proudly Philippine-made, made in the shoe capital of the Philippines. To me, it's just proof that we can make really world-class Filipino products. The thing is, after that interview, I've never actually done anything with my shoes. I've never shined them. I don't know how to take care of my shoes. Right now, I'd like to call in two experts from the shoe industry, Jim and Errol of Zapatero.
Shoe care is essential to make sure that you guys are always looking sharp. Just as with our own skin, leather also needs some tender love and care. We're here today to show you guys how to do just that. So of course, you'd want to start with a clean shoe. So that's what we're going to use the shoe brush for. Just dust off the dust really quick. And then after that, we can start by applying the leather conditioner. It keeps the shoe moisturized so the leather doesn't crack. So Errol here is buffing the leather conditioner. It already gives it a bit of a shine. but that just prepares us for our next step. This is the stuff that's actually going to start making your shoes look really shiny.
When you're cleaning your shoe, it also helps if you don't have the laces on. But you know, if you're pressed for time or if you're rushing, you could always leave the laces in.
Once you have the shoe all shiny, polished all around, you can start applying the mirror shine. Apply a lot of wax polish onto the cloth, a good amount, a good decent amount, and then put some water on your finger as earlier, and then we just focus on the toe area of the shoe. The reason why we're focusing only on the toe area is because that's the part of the shoe that has a stiffener underneath, that's the part that doesn't crease.
I'm wondering, what are some precautions or habits do you guys practice to take care of your shoes?
Something that you can do to take care of your shoes on a daily basis is to use shoe trees. This is a shoe tree. It keeps the shape of your shoes. You know, it doesn't make it all wrinkly and creased up. The reason why it's made out of wood is because it absorbs the moisture also. Keeps your shoes a bit more fresh, keeps it in shape also. I hope I was able to help enlighten you a bit on shoe care. I wish you luck for the final pitch. Hopefully I can see you guys wearing some well-polished shoes looking sharp for that. Thank you very much.
Next time on The Final Pitch.
Welcome to your final pitch. Today you will be giving the pitch of your lives. I hope that you will all get investments today, but I know that that is not going to happen.
5 million for what equity?
I don't care. I can keep putting more money in.
We will not shortchange you, I promise you that. Without that money, you cannot roll out.
You are evaluating your company at 100 million. So for us, it's really too much.
Realistically, like in terms of your ask, I can't do that.